Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird aunties that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret.
Hooray!
Hooray! I am Emmett Davenport.
And I'm Lady Attercop.
And if you are in the southeastern part of the United States, it's butt-ass cold. Which is unusual for this area at this time of year.
Yeah, I'm sure some of our listeners
are in worse climates and so
rolling their eyes at us right
yes,
now.
Yes,
but in our defense,
yes,
Emmett hates the cold and I'm from the swamp.
Yes,
so we didn't have cold where I was from. Hurricanes, yes. Snakes, yes. If this were snakes, I'd know what to do.
Yes. I grew up in cold and I don't like it. Which is why I moved and
to the southeastern United States
to get away from it. And it is it's Mother Nature she's foiling me again.
Yeah, I'm sure it has nothing to do with man-made climate change.
No, it's just Mother Nature's revenge on me personally.
On Emmett personally.
No, I know that it's.
Oh, Emmett, are you the cause of global warming? I'm the
only person. Yes,
catastrophe?
it's all because of my hairspray that I used in the 90s to keep up my mohawk. That's it.
I had a mohawk too. So
maybe it's so it's also you. So this is revenge.
It's clearly us.
It's clearly us.
It's not the Exxon Mobil billionaires. It's us.
No.
Us personally.
No.
It's not that pipeline that's currently spraying oil in the Amazon.
Yeah. No, that's not it. It's us, the two of us. The 30 cans of hairspray we used over a course of our lifetime.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. Sorry I screwed it all up.
I think that's what, the whole personal responsibility.
I thought I looked really cool, and in my defense, I did.
Yeah.
But there's only so much backcombing can do in 100% humidity, and
it's true.
I should have thought about the climate. I should have thought about it more.
I
did watch all those Captain Planet episodes.
Mostly I just thought about how it was really ruining my hair.
The climate. Hey, humidity is good for the skin and the hair. I moved up here and I got real dry and I was like, What is this? What? Lotion? Oh, why am I so crinkly?
Oh no, it is something that when I have visited out west, and people think that I'm way younger because I'm full of moisture.
No, I just come from a part of the country that's very damp.
Is it because are you very politely telling me I'm fat?
No, you're still
you've got that youthful chubby glow.
The surrounding desert hasn't wicked away all your moisture yet.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, could be. Oh, it's definitely it's drier up here than where I'm from. My curl dropped suddenly.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't as tight. I was like, oh, why is my hair suddenly in my face?
Oh, yeah, Rupert had the exact same problem because he grew up in the swamp and his hair is wavy. It's wavy now, but it used to be very...
You think you have a tighter curl than you do when you live in this 100% humidity. You're like, oh...
Yeah, it was it's a very weird hair thing. And that's what we're talking about today, is hair stuff for some weird reason. No, and the weather.
the other thing I
Yes.
was going to talk about, which is much worse.
Oh, that's good. Please, let's...
It's about milk.
No.
The turn of the 1900s. No one wants to hear that
No,
story.
I don't-
Because I've been learning all about it today.
I don't want to hear about milk.
It was a nightmare
No,
in the 1900s.
I know that's why pasteurization was a very big thing.
Yeah, apparently America was way behind the ball on other countries about pasteurization.
Yes.
We're like, heat up the milk, then where will all the nutrients go?
Yes.
We're, no.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. We're just going to let the milk be full of worms.
I have one of those, I have one of those it was a kid's book series that came out. I think it was called Yes We Can Science or something like that. And it was these cartoony books about...
We have discussed this because we had the same ones and I didn't even realize it until you showed me an illustration.
Yeah, and I found my Louis Pasteur and my Marie Curie copies and the Louis Pasteur has a brief... It's mostly about rabies, but it's a brief excerpts about pasteurization and
making sure the milk doesn't have TB in it.
Yes.
You know, that old thing. Apparently 20,000 kids would die a year in New York City alone from tainted food products, tainted milk specifically.
Yeah.
And one of the ways they fought against not killing all the children with tainted milk was because the guy that was championing it, clearly he just wanted to take away your freedom.
No.
So it's good to know Americans have never fucking changed.
Or the workforce. Killing off your workforce. That you have to aim
not
for the
even
capitalism.
the workforse, the babies.
I know, but
children.
But that's your workforce.
Your future workforce. No, they died long before they got into the workforce. Don't worry about it.
In the 19th century.
Yeah.
Who was making your shoes?
They're too young to hold a hammer. They're worthless at that point. Who cares if they die? Yeah. No,
see, you said you weren't going to talk about it, but we.
No, I thought it was hilarious that America apparently has always been the goddamn same.
Yeah.
I.e., the worst. Because this guy wants to stop the milk companies from killing your babies because he hates freedom.
Yeah.
Just like people right now. These people who make masks want to keep the schools from killing your children because they hate freedom.
Yeah. Yep.
And people are still trying to push raw milk. It's
I
still
know.
a thing that people are like, do you want this raw milk? No. No, I do not.
No, I know, because every now and then, someone will come into the cafe and will ask if we sell it.
Oh, no.
Or if we would be interested, and I'm like, no.
Number one, can't sell it. That's illegal.
It's illegal. And two...
Number two, no.
No. And, well, could I bring some of my... No. No, you cannot.
You cannot bring your TB and worm and anthrax-laden milk in here.
Or camel milk. That was also
camel milk
thing
lady.
Where some coming in wanting to let us have camel milk. I'm like, no.
Listeners, there was a woman.
Yes, who came into the cafe
who wanted to sell camel milk
to us directly from I don't know where.
Where is she sourcing these camels?
I have no idea. I know nothing.
Do not know.
I know nothing about it.
Are they the leftover camels that were roaming the South post-Civil War?
I don't.
Possibly.
I have no idea. All I know is that it did not strike me as a thing I wanted to get involved in.
I didn't even know you could milk a camel. I mean,
you can
it's
milk
a mammal.
anything.
Yeah, I was saying you can milk just about anything, but I mean, I don't realize that a camel would let you get that close to it.
I don't know. I imagine I imagine camels are like llamas, and I've had run-ins with llamas that have made me think, yeah, I'm good.
Camels are worse.
Yeah,
because they really did try to incorporate a camel corps that was Confederate camel corps. I think we've talked about the Confederate camel corps before, and it seemed like a good idea until people had to deal with camels on a routine basis. They're not very domesticated, and they don't like people very much.
No.
I am shocked that they'll let you milk them.
You probably have to train, have to train them young. You have to or it's like a goat where you have to distract them.
Yeah, it's like, here, eat this. I'm gonna milk you real fast.
Yes.
Except, see, like a goat is small.
Yeah.
And it can do some damage, but a camel is big.
Yeah. And it's got backwards knees.
Yeah, it can kick you wherever you are. It can find a way.
I can't imagine it being a pleasant experience for the person trying to do that or the camel.
No.
Like,
I can't, and I have smelled camels.
Yeah.
Can't imagine the milk
being much
better.
better.
How goat milk smells like goats?
Yeah, unless you specifically are feeding the goats like sweet grass and you're making sure that they have a really decent diet that controls it so that the milk.
There's always a little bit of goat smell.
Yeah.
Always, and that's a neutral statement.
Yes.
Goats smell like goat, and they smell like goat when you cook them. The cheese smells like goat, and the milk smells like goat.
Yeah.
It's a neutral statement. Goats just smell goaty.
Yeah.
Camels, I would imagine,
smell
probably also smell camel-y.
Oh yeah, no, I actually had a bag. It was an antique caravan bag that my horrible aunt gave me for some weird reason, but it very obviously was used on a camel because it was a vintage camel bag thing, woven. It was very pretty. It smelled absolutely terrible, and it actually smelled like a camel. And I
was just gonna say, couldn't get that camel scent.
Yeah, I kept it in a box and for several years, and kept forgetting because I was like, I need to do something with this. And I would just put it back into the closet, and then every now and then I would pull it out, going, "What is it in this box?" And then I would open it and go, "Oh yeah, it's the terrible camel bag."
It's the camel bag.
Yeah. So and that's a vintage. That was a bag that has
hadn't seen a camel in years.
Yes.
In decades.
Yes, and had not been used, and had been sitting in that box, and still smelled horrible. So
my theory is that I have never tasted camel milk, never smelled camel milk, but I'm assuming, based on the transitive property of goat, that camel also has a scent that will carry.
Yes,
and I have experienced the camel scent. It's not pleasant.
No.
And if you heat it up,
I can only imagine it gets
worse. You're gonna smell that camel.
Well, yeah. I once made I tried to make a latte with goat milk, and that was a mistake.
You warmed it up and that bouquet of goat.
It was.
I mean, goat's delicious. Again, don't get me wrong. Goat is delicious. I have had goat. Curried goat is sensational.
Yeah. And I like goat cheese.
And I love goat cheese, but I can always smell the goat.
Yeah.
Ducky can't smell the goat anymore. He's eaten so much. He's become one with the goat scent.
Yeah, and that's one of the only things he can do. Any dairy product that
he could probably have camel milk. Let's go find the camel milk lady.
Yeah,
let's find out.
Let's do that. And with that,
she was not a pleasant person.
She wasn't a pleasant person. That's honestly one of the reasons why I didn't want to sell camel milk. But
there's just so many other good reasons why not to.
Yes, so many. And with that, I'm gonna play some music.
There was a bee, a pretty little bee. I see why you might choose it. I'd rather have a madman wasp, 'cause he plays all the music.
Choose the madman wasp. He plays all the music.
All right, Emmett, I have a question for you.
Okay, what?
A burning question.
Uh-oh.
What's the worst kind of mammal milk to drink? I'm still on this kick.
Oh.
Other than camel. We've established.
Well, I mean, for me personally, cow milk is the worst.
Cow is the worst.
It causes all sorts of horrible digestive issues for me. Also, I have a history of childhood trauma from milk, from cow milk.
Milk trauma.
I have milk trauma. So, personally, that would be...
Cow is the most disgusting kind of mammal milk.
Is the worst. I mean, I every now and then I do have a craving for it, and usually there has to be something else in it.
Well, because cheese is delicious.
Yes, yeah.
And whipped cream is delicious.
Yeah, like I like cheese, I like yogurt.
Cream is good, yeah.
Occasionally I want ice cream.
A creme fraiche.
Yes, but I have never once in my entire life ever wanted a big glass of milk.
A cool frosted glass of milk.
Never, ever. The only reason I would have milk would be to put cookies in. And then actually, I have handed it over to Rupert after I have.
Oh, after you've gotten it all crummy?
Yeah, I put all the cookies in it, and then I give it to him. He is fine with it. He will continue to dunk more cookies into it, and or he will drink it.
Yeah, no,
whereas I will not.
Yeah, see, that's my least.
But
I'll drink a bowl of cereal milk. Don't get it twisted, but. Oh, the crumbs in the bottom, and then you're drinking it, and it's like normal, and then you hit solids, and there shouldn't be solids. It's kind of like after you dunk a biscotti in coffee. That coffee's dead to me then. That coffee is, there's no more drinking.
Well, I mean, I don't drink the milk when I've dunked cookies because I don't want the milk.
Yeah, I just don't.
Once the cookie has been softened by the milk has no longer serves a purpose to me. But are you talking about like weird?
Yeah, I'm like
weird.
What would be the worst kind of milk to drink? Because I was thinking about possum milk. You know, I love a possum, but would possum milk be nasty?
Yes,
that was where I was. Yes. That's where my brain is at.
I imagine
What's the worst kind of milk?
Well, I mean,
if we're going to narrow it down to only domesticated animals?
Well, it would have to be domesticated animals.
Let's say horse. I don't want horse milk. I don't know why, but that just sounds unpleasant.
I mean, I don't really want any milk.
Horse milk cheese? Ugh. You know, if that was tasty, then we would have already made it.
I mean, that's the thing is that I strongly we as a species have been domesticating animals for as long as we have been around. So
You can't keep us from drinking an animal's milk.
Yes,
we'll try it.
We have managed to discover things that are a process in which to make other things edible, and yet if we haven't already domesticated those animals to consume the milk, I feel like everything is bad.
Well, because apparently, like, pig's milk is supposed to be very good, but you can't milk a pig. They won't let you.
No.
That's why I was wondering about the camels. That's what got me on the camel train.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do this? Because a pig you won't let you.
I don't know. We might have to look up videos.
I'm not looking that up.
No,
I don't want that on my... I'm going to go to the library and ruin there.
Yes, that seems like a search engine I don't want.
I don't want that in my history, no.
Like,
I don't think incognito mode can save you.
That's probably not.
But yeah, I was thinking about that. It got me thinking, what's the nastiest mammal milk?
Yeah.
Rat would have to be, but like, you know...
Well, you'd have to take... They're
too tiny.
Well, yeah, you'd have to milk a lot of rats
They're
to
too tiny.
To get a glass of milk.
Mice and rats, too tiny. Can't get in there.
It wouldn't be worth it in the long run.
Raccoon milk.
Like, what about whale milk?
You just couldn't get at it.
Like,
it's in the ocean.
That just seems hard.
You'd have to go into the ocean to get at it. And we don't have a great track record with that. We don't have a great track record of going into the ocean after whales. No. In fact, a guy wrote a whole book about it.
Yes, also in general, I don't have a good history with the ocean either.
No. Forget if it's in the ocean, it's dead to us. No ocean milk.
Okay. No, honestly, I just think that if it was possible, humans would have already done it.
Humans would already... I'm sure somebody has...
I mean, considering that, like, you know, lobsters and crabs and crayfish and all of those things, like, they don't look appealing at all, but they taste delicious.
That's right, we ate them.
You know, olives, you have to brine them in order to make them edible because just picking them off the tree is like makes you really sick.
Right. We found a way.
We figured it out.
There's one thing humans can't stand is being denied something to eat.
I'm hungry and I want that.
I will figure out how to eat you.
Yes, yeah. Like, you know, artichokes. Artichokes are very tasty, but if you were to witness, like, having never seen one before and being presented with it, there would be a quizzical puzzlement about it, because how do you eat this thing? It's got spikes and petals, and it's kind of succulent like it looks like a cactus. Like, what do you...
And we do eat cactus, too. We eat prickly pears.
Right, and so...
We're like, those spines can't keep me from eating. That just means you're more delicious as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so I feel like...
humanity.
Yeah, so once again, it just helps...
What you're saying is someone has totally milked a horse.
Probably. And I am assuming it's not good. Or it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point in time...
There's one random woman in North Carolina milking camels.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like if
there's somebody out there.
Yeah.
She's got a cousin. She has a cousin out in Utah that's selling horse milk.
Yeah,
going into cafes, being like,
or deer milk, or
did you ever try to
reindeer milk? Or...
Oh no, people yak and reindeer. People do consume that.
Yes.
So like that, but yaks and reindeer are pretty kind of close to cows. Yeah. That doesn't seem weird to me.
Weird. Okay. Well, I mean, I've never had it, so
the horse to me is strange. I don't know why.
Well, because horses are jerks.
Maybe. Well, yeah, but so are a lot of farm animals.
Yeah. I mean, I've met a few cows that I'm not crazy about, so I had a cow lick me in the head, so...
They love to lick
I know,
in the face.
It was just right on the side of my head.
You're just like a giant salt lick. It's not the cow's fault.
Ugh, it was gross. And then I've had a horse steal an apple out of my hand before, in a car, while I was in the process of eating it. That was on Assateague Island, and one of those wild ponies just stuck its head right into the car and took the apple out of my hand while I was in the midst of eating it.
Well...
And, that apple became dead to me, and became that horse's.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do? Fight a pony for an apple? No.
I was like 7, so no. That pony was way bigger than me. That pony that was their apple. And then I think one of the forest rangers or something yelled at me for feeding the pony.
Well,
and I was like, I didn't.
Well, technically you did.
That pony took that food from me.
Technically.
I didn't offer it.
That forest ranger is also going to yell at you when you get your big pocket picked.
Yes.
Well, you did take your wallet into the woods.
What were you thinking?
The weird thing was that the horse also took the wallet.
Yes. Probably.
He used it to go to Bojangles.
And my chapstick. Oh, I was so mad.
And that's why you don't drink horse milk.
No, because
they'll just eat chapstick, your wallet.
Terrible.
I'm still thinking about what the worst animal what the worst kind of milk would be.
I'm sure there's probably a list on the internet. I bet you could look it up. What's the worst milk to drink?
Milk. Somebody's done it.
I'm sure someone has.
There's a scientist out there who had to drink all of the milks to
figure out
which was the worst. Somebody got stung by all the bugs. There's a guy out there. The index for how painful.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a bug that's like the worst.
Yeah, it's
sting.
It's named after the dude that just got stung by all those insects. That was his job, was to be stung by all of these insects and rank them. So somebody out there had to drink all the milks.
I hope he made good money.
No, I think he just did it. That's science.
Wow, that's dedication. That's a level of science. That's a level of dedication that I don't know if I.
But you don't. That's why you're not. That's why we're not scientists.
No, I don't think I could do that.
I wouldn't.
Someone would have to pay me.
I mean, I might drink possum milk if somebody tries.
If there's someone offered it to you,
you want to try it? I might. I might.
Well, I mean, if it was free.
If it was fresh.
I don't know if it had been pasteurized.
You have to pasteurize it.
Yes.
That would be my caveat. I don't know what kind of parasites that I would pick up.
Yeah.
Just drinking raw possum milk? Come on.
Gross. This show just went into a weird. I mean, it goes
ticks?
every.
That's how you get ticks.
Ugh.
Milk ticks.
This. I feel like I should apologize for the show going off the rails, but I feel like our listeners already know that it's gonna go that way, regardless.
This is the new energy we bring to the show when we record in the mornings. Weird energy.
Weird energy. We're thinking about breakfast and milk.
Clearly.
or something. I don't know what's going on. We're sober. I think that's what the weird part is we're sober.
Yeah, you thought those conversations went off the rail because we'd been drinking. That's what kept them on the rails.
Yes, we were way more focused.
Yeah. You're just getting unadulterated ADHD right now. This is you think the listening to it is bad. You should try being in my head. Because I'm going to go home and Google what's the worst milk and probably put it on Twitter.
Probably. And then next week we'll have to talk about it again.
No. Next week I'll be on some new topic.
Okay, that's good.
That's the only good thing. There's no carryover from one week to the next.
No.
Next week I'll have listened to some other horrible history podcast and been like, do you know what they used to do at the turn of the century with wallpaper? Let me tell you.
They used possum milk.
They used possum milk in the paste. And in fact, that's why possums are now endangered.
That's why you can't get possum milk.
That's true. They used to
Let's make the wallpaper paste.
They used to make wallpaper paste out of pure asbestos. Actually, probably.
Yeah, it would be.
Horsehair and asbestos.
Well, a lot of plaster they used, or actually it wasn't the plaster itself, it was the filler. Fix it when you had to fix a plaster spot.
Yes, there was horsehair in it. And then when you have to take it down, you have to wear a special mask.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. My father had to renovate his family's home that was like 200 or 300 years old, and which for our European listeners that's nothing. But
for us.
Yeah, but for us that's quite a big jump in comparison to a lot of other homes and
I'm
things.
from Florida. Nothing is older than 50 years old.
But there was like old fabric and toys and
in the walls
that they would use as insulation.
Yeah.
Basically, they would just shove garbage, newspapers, anything that could basically insulate the home.
So in the 1920s, they used to throw razor blades in there.
Yeah,
there used to be a little hole in the back of your medicine cabinet where you could shove your used
trash.
razors.
Just throw the trash in there.
Nothing keeps the house warm like a wall full of razor blades.
It's to stop people from stealing your garbage.
Well, if it's full of razors.
Yeah. And with that pleasant note,
protect your possum milk walls. Fill it full of razor blades.
No, don't do that. That's terrible. And with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And they are Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do. It's love.
This is Mad Wasp Radio, home of the hits.